Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this lovely, lovely globe that we call planet Earth. Welcome to another video. It's not a weigh-in update, it's not a thoughts before weigh-in day, it's not a what I eat in a day video, it's not a 5 things I hate about Slimming World. No, you've already seen the thumbnail anyway. It's the 5 things I love about Slimming World. Now, you will have seen that Byron the Vegan Loser started a little ball run of the 5 things we hate about Slimming World when he had a little bit too many of the Slurpee Lurpees. And it kind of has gone from there to now what I love. Jane Day did a 5 things she hates about Slimming World. I've done the same. And yeah, I kind of seen one of the comments on Byron's video that said, why can't you do a video of 5 things you love about Slimming World? And I know Byron's done a video, and I don't know, I think probably Jane Day will probably do something similar, and a few others. So I thought, well, now that I've done the 5 things I hate about Slimming World, let's do the 5 things I love about Slimming World. Because it's all about balances. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So first of all, again, actually before we do start, thanks to Byron for giving us these little tidbits of platform to either rant on or kind of just showcase why we love the plant so much. So first of all, number 1, the freedom of choice, or as it's also known, the plan. The freedom of choice for me on Slimming World is you are not restricted in the way that you would think you probably are following a weight loss program, because it's not a diet. And the freedom is, Slimming World doesn't tell me that I can't have something, or I have to weigh, count, and all that type of stuff. Slimming World gives me the freedom of choice to say, if I want to go for a family meal, I can go for a family meal, but be mindful, and it's that word mindful, of the good choices, the bad choices. And they do it in a way that it doesn't ram everything kind of down your throat. Now that's a little different from the last video I did, because I said the education side of the thing was kind of one of the things that I hated the most about the lack of education. But if you don't need that level of education, you can easily follow the plan without thinking too much about the science behind the thing. So yeah, the freedom of choice on plan is a great starting point. If I want an apple crumble, I can have an apple crumble, put some custard with it, perfect. If I want a chocolate bar, if I want a takeaway, perfect. If I want to eat really healthy, enjoy my salads, my soups, my stews, my pasta dishes, whatever, it's all easy, but it's about being mindful of the choices that we make. And then that leads into number 2, which is the lifestyle mindset and not a diet of suffering. So many people will have tried to diet many times in the past using different diet plans and quick fixes and things like that, and it's never worked. And what have we all done? We've all suffered for it. We've all gained weight on, and then some, and then we think it's working out and something happens like that, and before you know it, it's all gone to pot. Everything you've worked hard for has just got out the window, because you've treated it as a diet and not as a full lifestyle. And that's exactly what Slimming World is. It's a lifestyle. You know, some people say it's a cult. You know, the haters will hate. You know, Slimming World, it's a cult. You know, you need to follow their little Bible. Well, if their Bible just means great tasting food that's really healthy, that's going to be fantastic for your mind and body, then absolutely go for it, because hey, that's, at the end of the day, it's the lifestyle that we're all chasing, and not really the number on the scale. You know, lunatics. The numbers on the scale are, you know, very welcoming. They're nice. They make us feel good. But what makes us feel even better is the fact that we kind of own our own destiny when it comes to food, and planning and all that type of thing. So for me, you know, the lifestyle mindset that Slimming World provides is kind of, you know, up there with one of the best plans that you can ever be on, because it's not a diet plan. It's your life. It's your life to eat healthy, you know, and who doesn't want that, you know? Which actually leads me into the third one. I promise this won't be a 30-minute video like the what I hate about Slimming World, but the third one is the ease of which feeling great becomes the norm. Now, what do I mean about that? So, you're eating healthy, you're moving more, you're losing weight. All of a sudden, those three things all connect together, and your mental health, your physical health, and all that improves massively. Absolutely, it just skyrockets. And for me, I mean, that's a big thing for me. Mental health, to me, is like up there. Can't beat it. When I'm in a really, really good mental health zone, I am in it, and I'm in there to stay, and I don't want anything to drag that down or drag me out of it, because that zone is where I want to be all the time. And Slimming World, through the plan and through the things that they have offered, you know, the body magic. I mean, let's face it, who doesn't love a little sticker on a book? I mean, I'm 35-year-old, I'm sure there's people older than me who love a shiny sticker. You know, it goes back to when you go to a dentist when you were a kid, and you get given, well, it was always a lollipop, which always baffled me why a dentist would give you a lollipop, but hey, they need to stay in business. But they always used to give you a little sticker. So, but for me, it's just that feeling of owning it. You own your own feelings. If you want to be motivated, you can be motivated, but you do it because you're eating healthier, you're moving more. There's nobody telling you, well, you can't eat that, can you? Or I don't have enough calories left in the day to be able to have this. And it ties in with the other two. The plan, the mindset, and the ease of which just feeling good about yourself becomes the norm. If you're sat there in the trenches and you're sat at home and you're thinking, oh, I'm fed up with life, I don't know what I've done this to myself, oh, you know, nothing's ever going to work. Actually, you know what? It will work, because it's very easy to follow, it's very simple to follow, and your mindset, because you're eating healthy, being healthy, your mind and your mental health becomes healthier. So, yeah, to me, I know that sounds a bit preachy, but it's the ease of which you feel great. And I feel great now a lot more days than I do, or I don't feel great. So, yeah, that one is pretty good. The fourth one, number 4. Getting a bit techie now, and I'm not a very technical person. The Slimming World app, the feature online, the little planner that it's got, the podcasts that you can listen to, and the stories and the success elements. You can surround yourself by really good, positive devices, and that device is through the app, through the website, through reading magazines. If you choose to read things that are positive all the time, you're going to become positive. You're going to become one of those positive people. If you just sit there on social media and read the doom and gloom of everyday life and world episodes and everything else, are you really going to feel positive about yourself? No, but if you read, I just read the new magazine, Slim World magazine, and Kenny Higgins, who's a member, he's lost 22 stone. 22 stone on Slim World. That, to me, is a very positive, successful, motivating story that you're not going to get by reading Facebook or your community alert page or whatever. It's kind of the way Slim World has built their app and built their kind of features online and their podcasts, and you can use the app not just to scan for sins, but to record your breakfast, your lunch, your body magic. Yes, keep an eye on the sins, but the whole actually world of what Slim World's put together within the app and the website is superb. And let's not forget the recipes. Thousands of recipes on there as well. So yeah, surround yourself with positivity, and that actually leads me to the fifth thing I love about Slim World, and that is the community, i.e. the people. The people that when you do feel down or when you feel like you've had a rubbish week, they are there in group or online, as we do with like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. The people are kind of there cheerleading. They're the little cheerleaders on the side that when you're feeling low, just come along and just inject that little bit of positivity, and they kind of help drive the accountability, the motivation, the positivity to actually wanting to do extremely well. I love it. I can have a total horrible week at work, family, stress, everything else. I walk through the doors to group, and the ladies there are, come on, you've got this, you've done this, come on, we're all behind you. And each one of them will all have something positive to say, and it could be, think of where you've come from, think of what you started with, think where you want to be. Today I gained £0.5, and the first thing was, forget about it, move on next week. You can come in with a big loss, you've got it, just go and do it. We know you can, we're right behind you. And it's exactly the same with you guys that drop comments in and kind of just propel me forward on this little journey of mine, because let's face it, I've already lost a lot more than a lot of people will ever need to lose, and I'm only at the halfway stage. And I'm not one of these viral TikTokers that update just random ChatGPT AI quotes and things. I kind of just do it from a realistic point of view, the ups, downs, trials, tribulations, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, the biggest thing for me is that Slim World works. It keeps me motivated, it keeps me wanting to better myself, and in doing that I also try and better the people around me as well, the people that I love, even some people that I dislike. I still want better for them, because I'm now positive within my thoughts and everything else, because my mental health is great. Why? Because I'm moving more, I'm eating healthier, and I'm on a new lifestyle that's going to sustain me for the rest of my life, probably. Even if I've got surgeries and things like that, that the hospital want to do, I will be straight back on the plan, on the Slimming World, because yeah, you know what, sometimes it might feel like a cult. The haters will always hate, they will always come up with some excuses. Slimming World give me an eating disorder. You see that thousands of times. No, it doesn't. If you joined Slimming World to begin with, you already had an eating disorder. Be real with yourself, stop trying to jump on easy bandwagon of hate, because it actually works. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get back to work, so thank you very much, and I will catch you all on another video. Adios.